Hi guys, I'm Shmee, hello and welcome back to the channel where, yes, you are seeing this correctly. Behind me is a Gemballa Mirage GT, one of only 25 cars in the world, and today I'm out here in Dubai and I'm going to have a first drive on board this. I cannot quite believe those words. A big thanks already to Alain Class, the most incredible supercar dealership, who have made it possible for me today to come and show you all around and then experience what the Mirage GT is all about. I'm just gonna say, look at this car. It is based on the Porsche Carrera GT, and I make no secret of my love for the Carrera GT. It is one of my ultimate dream cars, a car that was of course on my posters when I was younger, that came out back in 2004, but then Gemballa dialed things up a fair notch or two. They made 1,270 Carrera GTs in total, but for customers looking for even more exclusivity, this was the option. The Gemballa Mirage GT. It has more power, it has this insane look, it has a new exhaust system, it sounds incredible thanks to that naturally aspirated V10 engine. But just look at this car, the satin black paintwork with all of the red accents and details you have inside the headlights, the lip around the wheels, the touches to the interior, all of the different details, even back here where you can see underneath the engine cover itself. The visual side of things is just crazy. You've got the roof snorkel mounted over the top, which even has a reversing camera up there because, well, I suppose a rear view mirror camera, I should say, because you can't see backwards, given you've got the scoop for the additional cooling in towards the engine. The wing is now fixed in place at this higher level with an active flap in the center, currently in the raised position. Back here, you've got those quad fighter jet inspired tail lamps, in fact, actually replacing the original position for the fog light and reverse light. Those had to be moved down towards the bottom, but believe me when I tell you, these sound mega, as we're going to be hearing in just a moment. Beneath those, the carbon fiber of the diffuser. But the Carrera GT is just a mega thing. It's a targa top. You can remove the roof section, take that off and listen to it in all its glory. Around towards the front, we've got a new bonnet with this opening, more aggression in terms of the design, but also obviously helping with airflow through the car. An extended front splitter completes the look down here as well. Again, carbon fiber, but those headlights with the red circles around them just look incredible. A huge thanks to Alain Class, who have brought the car out to come and share this incredible thing with you. So let's take a step on board the Mirage GT, one of only 25 originally commissioned for customers via Gemballa. As we've, I think, talked about a little bit online, there might no longer be 25 of them out there in the world, but nonetheless, one of 25 originally. Inside here, look at this, 6-speed manual gearbox, all the carbon, the red touches, just like on the outside, the quilting that you have to this carbon roof panel up top. This is, quite frankly, an extraordinary place to be, but the key goes in to the left side. Let's, I think, do the honors and start it up. That V10. Now, I've been lucky to drive the Carrera GT a few times before, and it really is as good as they say it is. This actually has a new race clutch, which means I have to be doubly careful pulling away. Let's hope I can do this without stalling, but I'm on board it. The Mirage GT. I can't quite believe this. I've ridden inside one as a passenger before. Today, it is time out here in Dubai to drive it myself. If you've ever heard about driving Carrera GTs, they are notorious for having exceptionally difficult clutches. You have to pull away with resisting the temptation to use the throttle pedal. You just use the clutch. There is a fly-off handbrake down towards the left side. We have an updated infotainment system to obviously come with the Gemballa upgrades, with the reversing camera and that side of things. Gemballa actually add a lift system to the car as well, though obviously we've got that down at the moment. But this fantastic gear shift lever mounted high on the central console. This is a car built for purpose, built around an engine that was intended to be raced. This is just unreal to even be sat in here, but let's see if I can do this then. Into first gear, pull away very, 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 very gently with the clutch. Somehow, to date, with a few Carrera GTs that I've driven under my belt, I've managed to never stall one, and we're on the move in the Mirage GT. Wait for the valves to open. Listen to that sweet symphony of the V10. It feels raw, it feels hardcore, it feels insane, and I am crawling along at the moment. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. that downshift! I'm beaming from ear to ear. We are going to have to turn around though, and this is going to be a bit of a problem because sometimes in Dubai you do find yourself at the very end of a road, which is basically what we've got going on right now. So we don't want to catch the front splitter. This is the ultimate challenge for myself. So we're in neutral, into reverse, just using the clutch, resist the temptation to go at it with the throttle. Resist, 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 resist. Into first. Can we go around in one? I think we can. Perfect. Okay. The sound is absolutely mega. And this car's just had a full service as well, so fully prepped. It's going through the gears. You just want to come down to corners just so you can flip it down through the gears. Second gear. And you get a weight and reward back from the steering as well. Obviously all old school, hydraulic, very few electrics involved in this one. Just that immense choral drama all around you. That is absolutely heavenly. I mean, Carrera GTs, surprisingly, aren't actually that noisy to begin with. While it has one of the most beautiful sounds and exhaust notes ever, they don't make a huge amount of sound. This is obviously a touch louder because it has Gemballa's stainless steel system as well as some sports cats, which obviously help in the sound department. But it's still, I would say, inside it's not crazy. And I recently drove a completely straight piped Carrera GT a year ago or so, in fact. And the thing that fascinated me with that was inside the car, it wasn't crazy, even with the roof off. But as soon as you were outside, the noise was just ear-shattering. And in here, carbon ceramic brakes, but I love dropping down a gear, going from third into second. Just a delight. You don't need to be going at Mach 10. Just have an epic time. It really is the challenge to get it on the move smoothly and carefully. You have to be so gradual with the clutch pedal, especially with the race clutch. You can feel that it's even more sensitive. I don't know how people do burnouts and things with Carrera GTs when you have to be so delicate with them, but everything about it just communicates back exactly what the car is about, what it's after, what it wants, what it's doing. And oh my gosh, it's just heavenly with that sound. In fact, let me lower the window just a moment. Of course, with very low kilometers on the car, I have to take it fairly easily. We can't go completely crazy, but just to be at the wheel of this car, it's so special on its own. With the window down a touch, listen to it. It is all about that 5.7 litre naturally aspirated V10. In this car it makes 670 horsepower. In the normal Carrera GT it's 612, so 58 horsepower more and a lot more torque as well. You can't see what the active wing is doing at the back. You have the flap with a button to control it, where on the normal car you have the whole wing that raises and lowers depending how you're set up and how you're wanting to have it. My favourite thing is when you drop down the gears like that and rev match manually. Just epic. To use some of the revs, wow, when you get higher in the rev range. Oh my gosh. There's not much out there like this, and it is why the Carrera GT and the Ferrari F50, which share so many similar characteristics, large naturally aspirated engines, manual gearboxes, why they are the two dream cars, other than the SLS Black Series that was on my top 3. This is just... I don't really know how better I can describe it other than just saying that it's a complete heavenly delight to pilot this car, an absolute privilege and honour, and I cannot thank those involved who have made this possible enough for the opportunity to drive a true poster car, you know, an incredible rarity, so few of them in existence and so special. How often do you see a Mirage GT? I mean, a lot of them are out here in the Middle East, but this is just is just, it's a dream. It's a dream car to be able to pilot, to be able to get behind the wheel of. And I guess I'm gonna have to call it to an end before going too crazy. Just so cool, so cool. And with the door open, take a listen to this. That's a hero I am very pleased that I have met. What a car. That sound would never, ever, ever get boring, but alas, for now, it is time to switch it off, turn the key, the old school style Porsche Carrera GT key, all about driving enjoyment. This was a car from a golden era of supercars, something so very special. Look at all the carbon fiber around us here on the bulkhead, on the bucket seats. You've got the Uwe Gemballa embroidery, the founder of Gemballa up there on the headrests as well. But such a special thing. I mean, this car, just mega, just absolutely mega. Let me climb out, see if I can do that. Quite an awkward thing to climb out from. You've got the Mirage GT side sills, and as I've mentioned on videos before, here you have these secret storage compartments which actually come with little storage bags. This car is so well prepped, it still has those from new, where I've never actually seen those before, but tucked, the bags that go in that cubby are tucked inside a bag to protect them with the packaging. But this is just, it's just a masterpiece. Back there, like I said, that V10 engine, just again, something so truly fantastic. It's just something to behold. Let's close the door, back up. You can store away the normal roof in the front storage. Obviously you lose a little bit of storage by having the openings, and the roof gets a little bit taller by having the roof snorkel, but you can take that targa top off and leave that at home and have even more of the experience. But this is just an iconic car in terms of how crazy it looks. Gemballa have always created some amazing things. Cars like their Enzo take that we've seen a few times on the channel, the MiG U1, which is also based out here as it happens, and well, 25 of these were built. Obviously, famously, at least one of them no longer exists, but there are certainly more, I guess, that will have been involved in things, because the Carrera GT is notoriously such a difficult car to drive in its own right. There have been many high-profile cases and incredibly sad stories surrounding them, because it's a pure driver's car, and you need to respect it when you drive it, even more so when it has 670 horsepower, up 58 from standard, and everything about this. So once again, I cannot say thank you enough to Alan Class for making it possible for me to come out here in Dubai to experience the Gemballa Mirage GT. I'd been lucky enough to ride in one before. I've seen a number of them over the years as well, probably a good 3 or 4, maybe even 5 of them at different locations. But now I can't believe that I can say I have driven one as well on a beautiful afternoon here in the UAE. What an awesome thing, what an amazing experience. Thanks again, and thank you to all of you for your support as well. I appreciate it an awful lot. But that is it for this time with the Gemballa Mirage GT, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers!